Hey everyone. Well, cool.
It's the two who didn't make an appearance last week.
I know. We were just letting the boys do their thing. Well, and Merle, I guess, also. Oh, nice. I think we're going out to Twitch. I think Twitch can hear us, or I can hear us on Twitch.
The other night I was playing solitaire with 6 of my best friends. We were talking about how weird it is that there's no I in team, but the word solitaire has 2 I's in it. And then everybody went home. So I started having a conversation with myself in the third person, but I got angry because I thought I was being pretty self-centered. So I started arguing with myself in the first person. I said it's always me, me, me. But what about what I want? Earlier today, I was daydreaming about taking a nap because last night I had a dream that I was really exhausted. So as soon as I woke up, I went straight to bed. I was watching a news report that said television influences people's behavior. So as soon as I saw that, I turned my TV right off. Then I set it on fire and I threw it out the window. And I thought to myself, nice try. You're not gonna get me.
Well, I mean, nobody can mess it up like you can. All right, may I have a rift?
Yes.
Welcome to Tuesday night. Up next, we've got Digital Slumber Party. Your hosts, Amber Irish and Anthony Kapfer.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Special effects.
Wow.
Better frame. Okay, I'm gonna do a song. This is a new one that I'm still learning, and it's about our dog Merle. A lot of cat songs, hardly any Merle songs. So here we go. My dog. Hold on. My dog is cooler than cool. That's 'cause she dropped out of rock and roll high school. My dog is more punk than you. My dog is such a punk. My dog is so punk rock. That is why Iggy Pop wants to be my dog. Oh yeah, but he's not. My dog's so cool, you don't understand. She's got a mohawk on her head, and she's a minor threat. My dog is more fun than you. That's 'cause she dropped out of rock and roll high school. My dog is more punk than you. My dog is so punk rock. Oh, yeah. She's a punk rock. She's a born in the USA. My dog rocks the couch bar every day. I forgot that one. She is a rebel girl. She even got banned in DC. Dog saved the queen of anarchy. My dog is cooler than cool. That's 'cause she dropped out of rock and roll high school. My dog is more punk than you. My dog is so punk rock. Oh yeah, she's a punk rock. She's a punk rock. She's a punk rock. She's a punk rock. She's a punk rock.
Yeah. Woo! Clap, 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 clap.
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Amber Irish.
Woo! Hello.
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 How
Love-
are you?
I'm great. I love that song. One of my favorites.
It's a pretty fun one.
The dogs were partying in the living room.
Were they dancing?
They were fighting to the death, but the song was amping them up pretty hard.
Yeah, it'll do that. We had
Yeah.
a little mosh pit in the
Just a
in
little
the
puppy
apartment.
mosh pit.
Yeah.
It was very cute. Very cute.
That's a new one I'm working on. That will be I'll be putting that one up on my Bandcamp fan club this week, along with Hot Dog Car Wash. It's going up this week.
Hot Dog Car
And,
Wash, a classic, an instant classic, really.
Instant classic, yeah.
Oh,
What happened?
your poster fell behind
Oh
you.
yeah, it was just
The ghosts.
and the fan. The ghost of wind.
You have more ghosts in there than fans, I would say.
But yes, Hot Dog Car Wash, and my dog is so punk rock. Going up on the fan club this week with some little fun videos that I'll put some private YouTube links up there for
for the fan club people. So you'll be able to see some stuff. The video for the Merle song is just the best because it's so many shots of Merle being cool.
Really, the song was inspired because Anthony needed to free up space on his phone. So we had to figure out a way to memorialize all of the dog footage.
I had to delete yeah. Well, I'm trying to do the 50-90 challenge, 50 songs in 90 days.
How many have you written?
I wrote 2 so far.
How many days has it been?
It's been since July 4th, so I'm a little behind.
No.
I got a hot dog car wash and this.
Which honestly was pre-written, preconceived.
Yeah. So really, this is the only one that's officially. So maybe next week I'll have like 10 more new songs. We'll see.
You never know what the week will bring. A whole new album.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a whole album. Put some fun song titles in the chats and Zoom and Twitch.
Don't get people's hopes up like that.
Hey, I'm not
You've
promising
done that
anything.
so many times.
Just put some funny song titles in there, and maybe we'll see what happens.
Oh my goodness.
Mumble song, yeah, we got to work on that.
Mumble song is such a good one. Let me see if there's anything in. Ooh, Dark Secret said maybe start writing jingles.
I had some jingles.
You are a jingle tier.
I was working on. Well, I was doing jingles for. They were non-commercial jingles.
Yes.
And you guys have heard me play some of the songs before.
Why don't you play a couple? Why don't you jingle us?
Might as well do a couple of jingles. Which one? Let's see. There's always the classic. Let me get to my other angle here. Here's one of my jingles, my non-commercial jingles about everyday life. Any room can be a bathroom when you're drunk.
Yay! Words to live by.
That was one of my jingles.
Andrew has some good song suggestions.
Oh.
I saw Uranus in the dark. What is the correct way to pronounce it?
Uranus.
Uranus.
I saw Uranus in the dark. That's good. That's a good one.
That's a cute one. Veronica Mars was not the planet. Venus rhymes with penis.
Ooh, Venus rhymes with. That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Oh, these are all right. I gotta remember those. Those are some good ones.
Yes.
Should I do another jingle?
Let's hear it. You're all set up.
These are ones I think I've played these. I have considered having an existential crisis. Well, what's the point?
I have to tell you, honestly, as a person who shares a living space with you, I always get so nervous when you play that song because I have no idea what our neighbors think when they hear you just screaming, what's the point? In the same spot of our apartment every single time you scream it. So it's like you just go somewhere to have the crisis. You just are yelling out into the void from one spot in our living space, which is very funny to me.
I forgot what my other jingles were. What's the one about animals?
That they don't listen to music?
Yeah, it's I don't remember the chords. They're all the same kind of chords, I think. Oh wait, there was oh man, it's been a while. I forgot how to play a lot of these.
Oh boy. And that's the whole point of a jingle. It's supposed to be catchy so you never forget it.
Yeah. Oh man, I guess I got to write some new ones.
Is this a jingle or is it a jongle? You know? Nobody knows.
I'm sure there's more, but I don't remember.
I do remember this being like a long and extensive conversation in the beginnings of COVID,
Yeah.
where we were talking about you writing jingles. You came up with like 8 of them.
Yeah, I had a bunch. I was working on this. It was going to be a stand-up bit, and I had a little lead-in about how I like jingles, but I have artistic integrity, so I'm writing non-commercial jingles. And then I would do a bunch of those jingles, and then as this bit was, I'd keep doing them. And then by the end of the bit, I would be like, and now all your favorite jingles are on this one collection. Now that's what I call jingles. And so it turned out I was trying to sell the audience something. That was what the bit was about.
Yes, that was for when comedy came back after the pandemic, which is why it's still...
I'm still waiting on that one.
Yeah.
Still, but it's fun to have some quick little songs that you can just throw in anywhere.
I will be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are as good as the Mentos jingle, but that's okay.
Yeah. They also were all kind of the same.
Yes.
It was like they all were kind of just like, what was it? It's like, they all had the same chords. Oh, wait. It was like music sounds ridiculous to animals. They don't know what the fuck is going on. So that was one of them. But that's like the same thing, like any room can be a bathroom when you're drunk. It's pretty much the same song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. It's a theme. You could just call it a thematic choice.
By minute. So that was. I'll write some more jingles. That's a fun thing that I was doing for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have some Hot Pocket. I'll have some more jingles next week.
I feel like we've all gotten to the point in this relationship where no one trusts you. Honestly, if I'm being real. So, we judge you more on your actions than your words at this point, Anthony.
All right, fine.
Can't butter us up just to let us down next week,
But I am going to write, I saw Uranus in the dark.
It's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Well, Anthony, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I did a live show with Bald Whig.
Mm-hmm.
We did the run through here last week.
Oh, I remember. That's when you told me I couldn't be on the show. You said, this is my show. I'm doing a takeover. And I said, Anthony, this is really important to me, artistically and creatively, that I'm a part of this. And then you locked me in a closet.
Mm. I forgot about that. That was unnecessary, but...
I know, we don't even have the closet space, but you unloaded a closet for me. Which is nice, honestly.
I had to build one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, it was more like, hey, should we do the show with all three of us? And you're like, nah.
Well, because I didn't know how it was going to work. How both you and Andrew were going to be. Also, you guys, everybody wanted to hear the Bald Whig set. So I didn't want to muck it all up with hey guys, let's get into an existential conversation about stuff. What do you think?
Nah, it would have been cool. It would have been pretty fun. But yeah, we did a run through last week, and then we did the live show on Saturday.
How did that go?
It was mostly pretty fun. There was I don't know. Should I get into it? They're not.
Is anybody from that show here? You have to reveal yourselves. No, it's just me and Dark Secret in the Twitch.
Okay.
So maybe they're watching on YouTube. You never
Probably
know.
not.
That's where we're reaching.
Well,
our
I
peak
won't
audience.
name it. I won't name anybody, but there was a band, and they were doing their EP release. That was what the show was supposed to be. So, they had all these bands playing before them. They came on. They, I guess I should mention, their EP did not come in time, so they didn't have it there. They didn't have the EP at their EP release show.
Yes.
Which is not great.
Yeah.
Also, by the time they went on, a lot of people had left. So
yes.
they didn't have the biggest crowd. Actually, they had the smallest crowd of the evening, I believe. And then also their drummer, either he had a stroke or he was just really wasted because it seemed like he forgot how to play the drums.
It was pretty bad. It was surprisingly bad.
And I liked the recordings. I heard their EP digitally, and it was sounding good. But the drummer could not play live.
Yeah.
And what?
And I am not a musician, so I don't know. And there are a lot of things that I'm like, I can't tell if this is technically good, but I just don't like the way it sounds. But like 40 seconds into their first song, I was like, are they all playing the same song? Do they know which song they're playing? And then I was like, maybe it's a style thing. And then I was like, ooh, that drummer is not keeping time appropriately. And I don't know a lot about drums, but I think that's maybe the only job of the drummer. I don't know.
And what did you tell me? You had a good line.
Does the drummer know that they're not a jazz band? Because they were not a jazz band, and he was playing like a jazz drummer.
He was playing the jazz, yeah. It's weird because there was a band earlier in the night that played along to pre-recorded drum tracks, and at one point, they played the wrong drum track. So when they came in, it was kind of like, it was a little off. That sounded better than this band playing their correct songs the way they were playing their songs. Also, there was that one moment at the end of the song, which, drummers are like on the cymbals, like, like doing the and so he's doing that. He's got his two cymbals here, right? But he's hitting like this. So he's like hitting he's hitting one cymbal, and then the other hand is hitting nothing, and he's got his eyes closed. And then he opens his eyes. He sees that he's hitting a cymbal that doesn't exist, and he just kind of, and he keeps it like that. And
he was so fucked up.
He never hit that cymbal.
He never did. Andrew put a nice little line in the chat. What do you call a person who hangs out with musicians? A drummer.
A drummer. Man, I love those drummer jokes.
Which one is your favorite?
There's a couple of good ones. There's like, what was the last thing the drummer said before he got fired?
What?
Hey guys, I just wrote this new song. What do you call a drummer who breaks up with his girlfriend?
What?
Homeless.
You know? Uh-huh. I've seen things on the internet that it's like tips for women. Like if you're gonna flirt with somebody in the band, never flirt with the lead singer. Always flirt with the bassist, because then you upset the hierarchy, and every other musician in the band feels their
Everyone's
ego
like,
is deeply bruised.
This is not supposed to happen.
Yeah. The bassist?
You can't even hear them.
On purpose. We did that on purpose, guys. Oh, Dark Secret said Mini Kiss had the smallest crowd. So appreciate the correction. Thank you, Dark Secret.
Yes. I was mistaken. I misspoke there.
Yes, it was an interesting show to watch because we had driven a long time to go to the show.
Riverside, California, over an hour away.
It was long, and Baldwig played first, and you guys were great despite some technical issues of your own.
Mm-hmm.
But
we knew our song. We knew how to play our song.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The energy was really good. It was just, whatever. And then 2 bands later, this other band plays, and it's not great. I was very surprised. It felt like a rehearsal, like an early rehearsal for them, early in the process. And I was like, maybe this is why they don't have their EP here now, because they're still working on it.
Yeah,
still trying to
still
figure
writing
it out.
those songs.
Yeah, it's
So
a soft
they
launch.
haven't finished the tape, the cassette. I was gonna buy it. I was bummed that, but I would have bought it before their set. So I guess I'm glad that it didn't come.
Yeah, well, and we'd spent so much time there, so much time getting there, that the song where the drummer was like hitting nothing, it was the second to the last song. And I was like, man, this has been a train wreck for them.
Yeah.
I don't think it can get any worse. And then they're like, all right, everybody, it's our last song. You might know this one. And they start playing Anthony's favorite song from The Descendants. And I was like, oh my God. Oh no.
Wait, how does it go? That's it. You know the song? I mean,
Not
there's like
from
cool
that.
drum stuff in there that I can't do.
Yeah.
Where's my feet? But it goes like that. So they start playing that. It's called "I'm the One" by the Descendants, and it's my favorite Descendants song. And I was like, man, there's just Bill Stevenson from the Descendants, one of the greatest rock and roll drummers of all time. So they kick into the. You can hear right away, it's not going to be great. Just from the intro. But once I recognized what it was, I was like, oh my God, there's just no way. There's even if this guy was sober, it would have been a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a hard song. But I was drumming it on my lap watching them, and I was nailing it, let me tell you.
It was hard. And he went from imaginary drumming to, not great drumming and dropping his sticks. He was fucked up. He was fucked up.
Don't drink and drum, everybody.
Don't drink and drum. No.
Friends don't let friends drink. The thing is, here's the thing.
Friends don't let friends drum drink. That's what they don't let them do.
So it's funny because when they there was a point, somebody in the audience for some reason was like, you guys have one song left? And they're like, actually, we have 2 songs left. And
they could have cut it. They could have made an executive decision to not
cut it. The audience only was expecting one more at the most.
They only wanted one more.
They only wanted one more.
One more song, please.
And like if you're the other guys in the band and your drummer is that messed up, wouldn't you be like, hey guys, let's huddle up. We could either do the set as planned, the 2 that we had, or we could just do that original and get out of here.
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, let's do the cover anyway. The song where the difficulty level of the drumming is even higher than our originals? Yeah, this guy can handle it. Let's just go for it.
He, in fact, could not handle it.
No.
And then it was very funny how quickly the house lights came on after their set. They were like, "Okay, good night." Everyone just was like turning on the lights. They were like, "Get out of here."
I think the lights were coming on during the first chorus. They were just
They're like, "You guys can leave. Don't worry about it."
It was like mopping up while they're still playing. It was, whew.
It was not great.
The Sandman came from Showtime at the Apollo.
Oh.
Fire extinguisher and the hook.
Oh. We need to bring that back, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a little bit of public shaming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So that was, that was interesting. I hope those guys aren't watching because
they seem like nice.
They were nice. They were nice people, and their stuff is good on the recordings that I heard. I enjoyed it. They sounded tight, but I don't know what happened. The drummer just was having a moment.
He was having a lot of fun.
He had a lot of fun earlier.
And he was like a little kid learning how to play the drums. Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
wow.
I saw that and I was like, every now and then I need to be reminded, why do I play foot drums all the time on everything that I do?
Yes.
And it's because drummers are the worst.
How bad are they?
Just, they're so bad it's not even funny.
Oh.
They just, if you find a good one, they won't commit. If you find one that will commit, they can't play. And I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't have to worry about if I'm drunk at a gig, everything's going to be a mess. It's not going to be just the drums ruining everything.
You'll make sure of it.
And maybe if I was drunk trying to play it, everything would still be like all together. I would still be playing all the instruments. It would just have like a vibe.
A drunk vibe. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess there's that. Like if everything sounds bad, then it's like a choice.
Yeah, you're like, this is like he's doing some kind of, it's loose. This is a loose jam. You want everything equally loose or tight. You don't want two guys that know the songs and one guy that's like, what?
I feel like for every performer, hasn't everybody had a nightmare like that where they're the person who doesn't know what's going on?
Where they are that person, or where there is,
where they're like, where everyone's like, okay, be on stage in 10 minutes. We're doing the new stuff, and they're like, oh, or they don't have pants on, or whatever.
We've all been on stage with no pants. This is almost exactly. I have a recurring stress dream that is exactly like that. I'm in a band. Mm-hmm. We're at a show, and somebody's like, all right, you guys, you're up in 10 minutes, and I'm the drummer that night, and my drum set is not set up at all. So the whole dream is me trying to set up the drums in time, and every time I have the dream, I know that I'm like about 15 minutes over. So I'm like, oh no, now if we had a 30-minute set, now we only have 15 minutes, and it goes on for the entire length of however much time I was supposed to be performing. Mm-hmm. I'm just setting up drums for the whole 45 minutes or whatever it is, and I always wake up before I get to play anything. So sometimes I'm done, and there's like a couple of minutes to spare, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm like, what? Oh, well. I never get to do it.
Those are my favorite types of dreams. I knew a guy who his recurring stress dream was standing in line for juice.
Mm-hmm. For juice?
That was the whole dream.
What kind of
stood in line?
Just apple juice? What kind? Why is he in line for juice?
He was just in line for juice, so he was just standing around the whole dream. And right when he gets to the front, he wakes up.
Oh, that's terrible.
Also, I feel like you have actually had to live through setting up your foot drum gear, and it just goes over.
Yeah, well, it almost happened on Saturday.
It did.
We're setting up, and they're like, "You guys good to start in 10? Everything's running real tight." And I had like half of my stuff set up, and it just. I mean, like, you guys see this? You see all this stuff? Look at all this. There's. I got cables all around me. I'm surrounded by cables. This is 6 outputs here. I got all these pedals. I had the mixer. I bring my own microphone so I could do this. And I had like half of the stuff set up, and they're like, "You guys are good, right? You'll be." And then I was trying to set it up. And then I looked up, and the crowd was already there. Like, we started setting up before there was an audience, and then they're like, "You guys are good, right?" And I looked up, and just everybody's in the room watching us set up, and it did briefly turn into my stress dream. I think I got it set up, and I think we had 1 minute to spare. So I put on the yellow jumpsuit that you guys saw me wearing on Tuesday, and then we started. But I didn't want them to see. I was wearing shorts, you know. I was supposed to set up and then like walk out and put the jumpsuits on. They weren't supposed to see me in shorts. So all of a sudden I look up, and like I was having issues with the setup too, so it became very stressful. It was very stressful. Turned into that dream.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I'm not helpful because I just stand there and I say, "I told you, I told you, I told you we need to pare this down. I told you need to only bring 4 of these instead of 16 of these, Anthony." I'm such a bitch about it.
No, well, I remember you asking me if you could help me set up, but the thing is, nobody knows what this setup is. This is something that I made up. This is not like a typical... There's nobody that could help me with this. I'd have to teach somebody in advance.
Yeah.
We'd have to sit down. I'd have to show you how this goes. You'd have to do it a few times. Like, I can't just be like, "Yeah, can you..." There's no quick, like, jumping in to help. I have to do it by myself because it's not a... It's a very unusual, very specific kind of setup.
Yeah. Yeah. When we're at home and you're like, "Hey, do you think it's okay if I bring all this stuff?" And I say, "No, I think that you should pare it down a little bit because you don't need to bring all this stuff. It's going to take you forever to set up." And then you tell me, and I quote, "I think I'll be fine." And I've been working on hot dog car wash all week, so I'm going to do that next show. And I say, "Anthony, none of those things are true. Both of those things are false." 100%.
But I want to believe it.
Yeah, and then you get very stressed out, and then I say, "Ooh, any update about hot dog car wash while we're at it?"
But it's done.
Show.
But yeah. Hot dog car wash is done now. Took a few months.
It did.
But you know what? You cannot rush perfection. And
that's true.
You know, I think it came out exactly how it needed to be.
That's good.
I think the audience will agree. Everybody loved it.
That's true.
But yeah, so that was. What about you? Anything exciting that you want to talk about?
I mean, so much stuff has happened. None of it I want to talk about. Ugh.
Everything's terrible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a fun thing that has happened recently.
We don't have fun, guys.
I know. We don't have a lot of fun.
If you want us to have fun, go ahead and Venmo at Digital Slumber Party, and we will have a blast.
I'm trying to figure out things to do for your birthday.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
It's challenging. You're a challenging person to celebrate, especially for
you
like a big.
You could have stopped at I'm a challenging person.
I know I could have, but in the spirit of it's almost your birthday, I'm trying to be just kinder to you generally, help you ease into the next decade of your life. But it's it's interesting finding things and then being like, okay, is this something I want to do? Is this something I want to see Anthony do? Or is this something that Anthony actually wants to do? I
then
can't
you realize, I don't want to do anything.
But then I'm like, Amber, is that just you getting out of celebrating Anthony's birthday? You don't want to do that. I want to celebrate your birthday.
We're
I
going
love
to
celebrating your birthday.
It's going to be great. You've been trying to figure out what to do for this birthday since before my last birthday.
Yep. Yep. I'm like, hey, let's chat about it. And you're like, I don't want to talk about it. And I say, okay, cool. We'll revisit it next quarter. And then we do every single quarter.
It's like hot dog car wash.
It is. It's the hot dog car wash of your life.
Yeah.
But it's just such an important birthday. For everyone who's watching, what did you guys do for your last milestone birthday? What did you do for your last milestone birthday?
Me?
Yeah.
What would be, I guess 30 would have been my last milestone.
Or whatever.
I was in New York. I think this is when I turned 30. I did, when you're a comedian in New York, it's hard to do long sets. Usually you do 10 or 15 minutes. They're all showcase style in the city. And then when you leave the city, you're on the road, whatever, then you get to do long ones. But in the city, it's hard. So I turned 30 and I booked a show. I think it was at New York Comedy Club where I was doing 30 minutes. 30 minutes, turning 30, 30 years, 30 minutes. And
Fun.
I did that. Had some people come out. I think I booked all the comedians. So it was a bunch of friends. Back when I still had comedian friends. And so it was like a show that I wanted to be at, people I wanted to be around, not everybody in the audience was people that I knew, but that was one that people I knew came out to.
That's pretty fun.
So it was, it was pretty good. I might have even done more. I might have ended up doing like 40 minutes because I'm a ham, but it was supposed to be 30, it was like 30. Watch me do 30 minutes when I turn 30. And then, I don't know, I guess there's no other milestone birthdays between 30 and 40.
Yeah, I think probably my milestone birthday was when I turned 33.
Mm-hmm.
I turned 33.
33 and a third.
My birthday was on March 12th, 2020. And so we celebrated it on March 12th. And we all went out and you did a comedy show and a bunch of my friends came out. We went to a karaoke bar. We all shared one microphone. And then the entire world shut down on March 13th, 2020 for COVID. And you were so appropriately nervous. I was downplaying the idea. I was like, there's no way this is going to be that bad. And you were like, I remember there were things happening that you were uncomfortable with. And I was like, man, what a grump. Like, you're just really raining on my parade. It'll be
hard
fine.
Not to ruin your birthday. But everybody had a secret to tell me at a karaoke bar, and when you're in a bar and stuff, people want to like talk into your ear. Yeah. And then they're like breathing on your face and spitting on your neck. Yeah. Like, what is happening? And then I didn't sing karaoke, so I didn't share the mic, but I watched everybody share one microphone.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah, it seemed like fun.
I had a great time. I brought a box of cupcakes that everybody shared, and I hugged everybody for the last time. And then I was like, I'll see you guys in like 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, a couple weeks, we'll be back.
Yeah. And then even you were like, I think this is going to go on for like at least a few months. And I was like, God, you're such a naysayer, Anthony. Mm-hmm. And then you were right. You've been right about everything. So
I don't know how. I don't
know how. It's also the most unsatisfying thing for me, for you to be right about everything. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to be
right about these things.
But like, you are, and I hate it. I'm like, let's just be positive. Like, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. And then you're like, actually, I think it's only going to get worse. I think it's going to mutate. I think we're just going to stay at home forever, and we're going to have to just be really cautious. And I'm like, I don't know, as I'm wiping down our groceries with bleach for the 8th month in a row.
We did that for a while.
We did that for a
But
long
it turns
time.
out it doesn't help.
We got it. We still got sick. But that was my last milestone birthday.
Because it was 33, or just because the world changed after that?
That was I felt like that was like the biggest celebration. It was like one of the only birthdays that I wasn't in a really awful relationship with someone, and I like had a really nice group of yeah, just like the whatever, COVID, whatever. But like socially, I was really killing it. I had a really nice, good group of friends. We were doing a lot of cool art.
Really nice people came out. Big group, friendly group.
I have not talked to most of those people since that day. So how good of friends were they really, you know? COVID's the one that stuck by me this whole time.
Yeah, COVID.
So maybe COVID's the friend that we made along the way.
COVID is loyal.
Yeah, it is. It's clingy, I would say, but whatever. Jay was saying, I don't remember the last time I did anything for my birthday other than a steak and a bottle of whiskey, which is totally Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he celebrates it. Oh yeah, what kind of whiskey?
Jay? I don't drink whiskey really anymore. I used to be a really big whiskey guy. If I wasn't paying for it at a bar, I would order a Maker's Mark would be a nice one. Or if I had if they were like free whiskey, anything you want, I'd be like, yeah, Maker's Mark. Oh, Bullet Bourbon, that's a good one. That's a good one too.
I keep seeing these videos online about making cherry bounce. I don't know if you drink cherry bounce.
I don't know what that is.
It's a cherry infused whiskey. So you like get all of these fresh cherries during the summer and you put some kind of whiskey, bourbon, or I guess rye over it. And then you just let it sit and it kind of like candies the cherries. So they get really like thick and syrupy and sweet.
Is that kind of like a Manhattan or?
It is. I think it's a lot more like condensed in cherry flavor, but I see it everywhere and I'm like, maybe I should make it. I don't want to drink it or eat it, but I would like the experience of making it.
Somebody was like, how can we drink whiskey but have more sugar?
Yes. Let's make whiskey festive for the holidays, because I think it's a big holiday beverage, but not like in the sad way that whiskey is festive.
Now, whiskey is supposed to be sad. It's supposed to be sad and angry. That's what whiskey is.
Oh, yeah. That is what happens sometimes.
People that drink whiskey, they also drink black coffee and they smoke Pall Malls.
Ooh. Ooh, I can smell them right now.
It's what did it say? Austin. I went to the Maker's Mark distillery and saw how they make it. They have like the big vats. You can like dip your finger in the big vat for some reason. They let you do that.
I'm sorry.
While it's fermenting, they let you dip your finger in.
What?
It's still fermenting. The germs get killed. And then they show you like the little conveyor belt thing where people they bottle it up and then they grab it and they dip it in the wax, and then they let you dip a bottle. I mean, if you're going to buy a bottle, they you buy it and then they let you dip it in the wax, and they have like a label on the side. You sign your name on the side, and when you take it home.
Oh, I'm still. They let you dip your fingers into the whiskey?
In the fermenting grains or whatever it is that will become the whiskey.
Really? That's cool. Ooh, how much? They let
you dip your toes in too.
Ooh.
You just sit on the side of the vat and you just dip your toes.
Oh, Andrew said it adds salt. Oh, I hate that. Oh.
I mean, it gets like boiled out, and then it ferments, and then there's
What is the point of touching it? Do you taste it?
Yeah, to taste it, so you could taste the I don't know, what is it? It's like
the mash is what Jay calls it.
The mash. Okay, yeah.
That is crazy.
It's cool to see.
Do they make you touch it after they've given you like free samples?
I think so. I think you get a little sip on the way in, and then you see it's like a big giant above ground pool, and you just go.
That's so
And,
gross. What if it's just wax? What if they get you guys all drunk and then they're like, let's take him to the wax vat, and then they're like, this is the free whiskey. Feel
They dip
free.
you in the wax, and then you're just
Yeah, just like that.
You'll die here.
I've been to the Stranahan whiskey distillery in Denver, and you do like the tour, and then they give you what is it called? A dram of whiskey? Is that what they call it when they pour a little taste? But they do like
I don't know.
4 or 5 of those, and then you go on the tour, and then they do a cocktail making class. So you have like 3 cocktails.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like whiskey, so it's good for whoever I'm with because they end up drinking all of it. But they were saying that they have this long list that you can sign up for, and it's just a totally randomized lottery list of people who are selected to help them bottle the whiskey. And they're like, oh yeah, we give you whiskey all day, you get some pizza, and then you just like hang out and bottle up
Pizza.
I like that that's the thing that's the most interesting to you. You're like, oh,
Well,
great
it's
pizza.
surprising that they're because it has nothing to do with the whiskey.
Well, probably because they don't want people to get sick all over these brand new
Yeah.
bottles of whiskey.
They're like, we got to give them bread.
Yeah,
It's got to be bread somehow.
bread, cheese, tomato sauce, obviously. Yeah, but they don't let us dip our toes into the mash, which is just the weirdest
You're missing
sentence I've
out.
said in a long time.
You really wanna dip your toes into the mash.
Gross. I hate it.
That's what the Monster Mash is about.
Little bits of Monster in every little sip. Cute.
Toe jam.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's fun. I don't drink whiskey anymore, really.
Mm.
If I drink anything now, it is I guess vodka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I only knew about whiskey. Like I could go into a bar and seem cool. Like I knew a little bit about whiskeys and things, but like if I try to order any other kind of alcohol, I don't know what's good. I can't talk if somebody wants to talk about it. I just feel like people, for some reason, they want to talk about whiskeys.
Yeah, I guess.
But
It's always
now-
men who want to talk about whiskeys. You're like, okay, I don't know, whatever. It's all going to give me a stomach ache. Just please leave me
Yeah.
alone. But, well, yeah. So, all in all, I don't know what to do for your birthday. Maybe I'll just get you drunk. And then I'll be like, we did all of this great stuff. You went skydiving.
You don't remember? Yes. Oh my god, skydiving would be the ultimate thing I would never want to do.
Yes, I understand
I never
that.
want to go sky. It combines all of my biggest fears: flying, and then leaving
Not
the plane.
flying. Yeah, leaving the plane mid-flight. Uh-huh. Yes.
Oh boy. And you went skydiving.
I did go skydiving. I did. It was great. Except that they closed down the skydiving facility like, I don't know, less than 6 months after I went because there had been a number of fatalities recently. So I
Is
got
that
in.
why?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, I think that 2 people had passed away. So I went like in May. It was right after I graduated high school. So it was May. My old boss from this pizza place that I used to work at, he like surprised me one morning and was like, hey, I'm taking you skydiving, because he joined the Marines and he was like, I have this money that I want to spend and have these like cool experiences. And I had told him when I was, 17 years old, I was like, I'd love to go skydiving. That's like on my bucket list of things to do before I die. So he was like, let's go. And I almost shit my pants in the plane. I was like, oh my God. Oh my god. Oh my
Wow.
god. And I had to sit in the lap of a very large man. It's just all of it felt wrong and very scary.
That's
but
not
we
even
made
part
it.
of the deal.
Yeah, part of the deal for the man, but but it was like very scary because we like jumped out and he like did like forward tumbles out of the plane
Oh no.
for like maybe 20 seconds, and then he did the parachute, and then we were just like coasting. It was nice. That was nice. Once I knew that the parachute was deployed and we were floating to the ground,
Was there a moment where you
fairies.
thought that maybe either he forgot it or it wasn't going to open?
I don't think so. I think it all happened so quickly that I was just like, there actually was a time he told me when, like during the I don't know, like the pre-training or whatever, he was like, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and you're going to pull the ripcord so that it deploys the parachute. And I was like, okay, great. And he tapped me on the shoulder, I think, but I never deployed the ripcord because I think I was just like so stunned. So he had to do it himself. And he was like, you didn't do it. And I was like, did you tap me? He was like, I was tapping you. I kept tapping you and you just didn't do it. So he was afraid that there was going to be some point that the chute just
Wow.
wasn't going to deploy.
I don't think I would have done it. You know, it would have been my turn. They'd be like, go ahead and jump. And I would have been like, nope,
Yep.
nope. I'm sitting this one out.
Yep. It's crazy. And I think like the scariest part is when because you're in this tiny like little airplane made for 8 people, and then you're just in the air, and then they open the door and you're like, ooh, it hits you very quickly just how far away from the ground you are. But then you look down and you're like, okay. Okay, it's like pointillism. It's like looking at a pointillism painting. So no on the skydiving is what we're thinking then?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I hope you can still get a refund for the.
I can't, but if anybody else wants to come with me, let me know.
Oh my god.
August 13th.
Oh man.
They're going out of business soon is what they told me, so I got a good deal.
Yeah. Everything must go.
What goes up might come down. Safely. But okay, well, Anthony, I think that we have fulfilled our contractual duties for this evening.
Yeah. I think we've done it.
I'm nowhere closer to knowing what to do for your birthday. That's what I was hoping this would be, is a lighthearted way to kind of
Yeah.
feel out a number of choices. We'll keep thinking.
Well, we'll keep thinking about it. We'll see what the budget is like. So if you guys want to Venmo at Digital Slumber Party, my birthday's coming up August 13th. So send it to right now. Send some money, and then we'll decide: are we going to be able to celebrate based on
Wow.
the Venmos that come in?
Yeah. If we don't have enough Venmo, I think our roof, like of our apartment, is tall enough. You could still get like the same effect. We'll just get like a bed sheet with you.
Oh yeah.
You'll just
And a belt.
yeah. I think
We
it's
can
fine.
rig it.
And in this economy, we really do have to come up with these lower cost options for a lot of things, I think.
Yeah. It's a recession, so you've heard about all these discount bungee jumping, and so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll film it. It'll be during a show.
But I think thanks for hanging out with us. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yes. Thanks, Zoom. Thanks, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, Amber.
Thanks, skydiving.
I will never jump out of an airplane. No way.